India House has an incredible president. Let's give it up, please, for Dr. Manish Rungta.
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? Doing well? Great. Thanks for joining us. Dear honored guests, my wife Manju and I would like to extend a warm welcome on behalf of the Board of Trustees, Board of Directors, Council members, Executive Director, staff, and our numerous volunteers to the 14th Annual India House Gala. We thank each of you for your years of commitment to the mission and vision of India House. It is only through your support that India House remains as strong as it is and works towards providing services, programs, and education to the community. I would like to thank our gala chairs, Mr. Jitin Agarwal, Mrs. Shalu Agarwal, and Mr. Amit and Mrs. Arpita Bhandari for their hard work in putting together a magnificent gala. I'll have to say that Jitin Agarwal, has worked really, really hard in putting this gala together, so personal thanks to him for all his hard work. And of course, behind the scenes always, our Executive Director, Mr. Vipin Kumar, and his staff work diligently, along with his volunteers, to put this all together. And so we want to thank them for all their efforts. Our Executive Committee has been always very dedicated and makes meetings and works also behind the scenes and getting things like this together in all the community events. So thanks to our Executive Committee as well. Tonight, we are privileged to have several dignitaries amongst our audience. Elected officials, including the Honorable Mayor Sylvester Turner. Yeah, I'll ask you to just hold your applause if you don't mind to the end, because I've got a list of people and I want to give ample opportunity to recognize each of them. Honorable Judge Ed Emmett. Harris County Judge, sure, go ahead. Honorable Ed Gonzalez, Sheriff of Harris County. Honorable Kesh Singh Deo, Member of Parliament, India. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee and her representative, Daniel Espinoza. Jay Guerrero, who's representing Senator John Cornyn. Tori McFarland, who's representing Congressman Pete Olson. Sam Merchant, who's here with Congressman Al Green. And he's, of course, on our Executive Committee as well. Harish Jaju, Councilmember Sugarland. And Nita Sane, Houston Community College Trustee, District 7, and of course, never the least, Congressman Al Green. I believe this acknowledges all of our elected officials in the audience. If I've missed anyone, please do add on and correct me. Okay. Also, we have many distinguished guests this evening. Honorable Navtej Sarna, our Indian ambassador. Dr. Anupam Ray, Consul General of India, who's a strong supporter of India House. Nisha Biswal, former U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for South and Central Asian Affairs. Dr. Renu Katur, President and Chancellor of University of Houston. Cesar Maldonado, HCC Chancellor. And Lyndon Rose, Honorary Counselor of Bahamas. I would also take this time to recognize our Board of Trustees who continue to serve as pillars of India House. So just go through all our trustees, Mr. Bridge and Mrs. Sunita Agarwal, Dr. Durga and Mrs. Shushila Agarwal, Mr. Hari and Mrs. Anjali Agarwal, Mr. Bal and Rita Sareen, Mr. Jugal and Mrs. Raj Malani, Dr. Virender and Mrs. Nalini Mathur, Mr. Gopal and Mrs. Urvashi Savjani, Mr. Chaudhary and Mrs. Angela Yalamanchili. Thank you to each one of you for your presence and unwavering support. "2016 has been another successful year for India House. Our programs, activities, and events have together contributed to a productive year, with continued increase in events and membership. Committed to our mission, our programs and events have gained popularity, resulting in an increase in participation and community involvement for all of our programs. India House continues to provide health care to those that otherwise do not have access through the Serene Health Clinic and the voluntary health clinic that we run upstairs. Yoga has also played an integral role in providing healthcare service to our community. We support our local community by also participating in the Urban Youth Program, which has been a great success in providing after-school tutoring and mentorship to our local neighborhood schools. We've had very successful events in the year 2016 as well. Our calendar of events started off with India's Republic Day celebration, and later in the year, continued with the grand celebration of the Indian Independence Day parade, our Independence Day. February included an exciting and well-attended University of Houston Perspective student evening. We also had a farewell reception for our Consul General of India, Mr. Harish Parvataneni, and subsequently welcoming our current Consul General, Dr. Anupam Ray. Educational programs such as the Heritage of Sikh Legacy in Pakistan, India History Awareness and Research Seminar, and a workshop on being positive no matter what were very, very informative. Unfortunately, 2016 was also marred by the cowardly terrorist attacks in Uri, India, and we held a prayer meeting to pay respect to our martyred Indian soldiers. We also gathered at India House to honor one of India's pioneer leaders, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. In continued support of the arts, India House, in conjunction with Nach Houston and with the support of Miller Outdoor Theater, produced a wonderful dance drama with a packed audience. We rang in 2016 with the fun-filled New Year's Eve extravaganza. 2017, sorry. India House also has been a part of your personal journey through conferences, seminars, birthdays, graduations, weddings, and prayer ceremonies. As I look to the future, I'm reminded of our mission: unite cultures, create bridges, and serve the community by bringing resources, education, services, and Indian culture to Houstonians. As Mahatma Gandhi has said, the future depends on what we do in the present. Please join me in making that difference today for the success of India House's future. It's your house, my house, our house, India House. Thank you very much for joining us this evening.